Rolling.
Rolling. Okay, thank you so much for meeting with me today. Free Outgoing, an absolutely incredible play with such a strong and difficult message. A play that's been around for you for quite some time, having made waves in London, I believe in 2007, sold out shows, really exploded. You talk about your inspiration for this play was based on two real-life incidents that happened in India. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, I began to write this play around 2005, and about that time, two incidents had taken place, as you mentioned. One was the Delhi Public School incident, where two teenagers filmed themselves having sex, and the film got viral. And the kind of outrage that viral video created was something that disturbed me absolutely. The kind of media frenzy that ensued and the kind of prurient curiosity that the society was having into the lives of these two youngsters made me want to write about society, about the society I was living in. On the one hand, people were claiming that this is what is morality, what is Indian tradition, what is Indian heritage.
Right.
On the other hand, this film was being shown over and over again. Although everything was kind of blurred, you do figure out what was happening.
Yeah.
The other incident was something that happened in my hometown in Chennai, where a Tamil actress wrote a column saying that this is the era of AIDS, so people should have safe sex.
Right.
Now the thing is, she also included in her ambit of discussion unmarried women.
Right, single women.
Single women.
Yes.
So that again caused a lot of furore in my hometown, and this was an actress who had temples built after her by the very same people, and now those temples were broken down, and people were hounding her,
Right.
and mass protests, effigies were burned, and it was quite. I'm sure it would have been really, really scary for this woman.
Yeah, and this, it's a reality that is so out there, and it's so real, yet it's very, very difficult to talk about. If we were talking about a man, it would be a much different situation. What kind of message? So you've sort of incorporated this inspiration, this motivation based on these two events, and you've put this play together. It is received, as I mentioned, renowned success and great response from people wanting to see it and wanting to see more, wanting to talk about the issue. What are you hoping that the message that you've incorporated in the play here is going to give out to your audiences? Because, in a city like Toronto, multiculturalism is huge, but still within Indian homes, it's such a taboo issue to talk about.
I'm not sure if I'm aiming at a message. What I do want to do is show a mirror to the society that I'm living in, and make people look at themselves and see for themselves if what they're doing is the right thing to do. That is, it's not a message, it's a more call for introspection. But I do hope that people who watch this would understand that our society treats our girls and our boys very differently, and it shouldn't be the case. I'm so proud and privileged that a theatre like Knightwood, a theatre for women by women, is doing this play, because the fact that this group itself is in existence means that something is wrong within the society at large, be it India or be it the Western world. We still don't have equity between the men and the women, between the two sexes. So I think the introspection must come all around to see how to bring this equity, how to bring about this equity in our society in all aspects.
How important is it for you, as a South Asian woman, to be able to put your thoughts and that voice out there onto a stage?
I think it is really important, because I don't see too many Indian playwrights or Indian plays being done in the Western world. I think the knee-jerk reaction is it's not our story, but I think some stories are universal, and the more people do plays from not just South Asia, from the developing world, the more we feel, I think the more the world will come closer. I think we need to hear all kinds of stories and see how connected we are as peoples. And I think, particularly for me, I really do want this play to reach out to as many people as possible, because it is the story of every woman.
And have you seen any kind of change in India here with regards to that role of the woman in the household and role within the family?
Well, it is changing. It's definitely changing. Back home in India itself, we do have pockets of change. But I always say, India lives in 3 different centuries at the same time. While the pockets of change are happening in certain segments of the society, certain other segments of the society seem to be regressing. I remember my grandmother, who was a Gandhian, who was very much not very active during the independence movement, but definitely following the politics of it. And she tells me, what's wrong with you youngsters? We were far more progressive when I was a child than you are when in your age. And I think that is quite telling, A movement like the independence era movement brought together brought about a certain hope and a certain role and duty for women. Somewhere down the line, that has been diminishing little by little in certain segments. Certain other segments in the urban areas, particularly, I think women are doing wonderful things.
And you're hearing a stronger voice.
Yes, we are. Women they understand the rights, they understand their duties and responsibilities as citizens of their country, and they're doing enormously well for themselves and doing wonderful things for their country. But on the other hand, you do have certain Kap Panchayats. These are the local village heads who still live in a very feudal kind of a mindset. And it's a clash between that, the feudal mindset and the more progressive mindset that I'm quite fascinated by, and I think that's what driving me as a playwright.
Lastly, what's next? What's next for you? Is there another project in mind?
I'm working on 3 projects at the moment. One of them is an adaptation of Ibsen's Ghosts. It's set in India. And the other 2 are once again exploring the clash between the traditional and the modern in 2 very different parts of the country. That's all I can say.
Well, thank you very much for sharing that. We'll look forward to that. And thank you very much for this play and I guess putting the issue out there on the stage. It's a brilliant piece of work. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today.
Thank you so much.